All right, folks, settle down. Settle down. Billionaire Jack's in the house. And let me tell you, this place is a freaking broom closet compared to my actual house. You hear about this Ukraine mess Russia's trying to wrap Pokrovsk up like it's Christmas, blocking all the exits. And Kiev's like, can we sneak out the back? God bless this mess. It's like watching two drunks fight over a parking spot at a condemned mall. Can Kiev escape? Who cares? I'm escaping to my yacht. Let's break it down. Pokrovsk, this cold, dusty town in Ukraine, about 60. Zero folks before the war turned it into a ghost town. It's got roads, rails, a coal, mine real, sexy stuff. If you're into logistics, which I am, because logistics is money. Russia's like, we're gonna choke this place out, cut the highways, trap Kiev's boys. They're creeping in from the south, taking villages with names like Zelene and Velika, whatever. Meanwhile, Ukraine's like, we got drones, we got goods, we ain't leaving. Guts, believe me. Guts don't pay the bills when you're out of ammo. You gotta understand, folks, this ain't about Pokrovsk. It's about clout. Russia's out here, June 2025, bragging about encirclement like they're Napoleon, with better drones. Putin's on television, going, we took a field and a barn, victory. Meanwhile, Ukraine's Zelensky's posting videos, we're holding the line. Send more tanks. It's like a TikTok beef, but with actual bodies. And the UN, they're like, can we get a ceasefire? Yeah. Right? That's like me asking my ex for a refund on the divorce. Here's the kicker. Russia's lost. What? Zero. Guys, since this started, that's Ukraine's count. Probably high. But still imagine losing that many interns and still showing up to work. And Ukraine, they're running out of soldiers, pulling kids, barely old enough to shave. Pokrovsk's their fortress, but it's got no power, no water. And the hospital's a pile of bricks. Yet both sides are like, this dump's worth dying for. It's simple math, nobody's winning, but everybody's acting like they got the high score. Me, I don't do encirclements unless it's my accountant circling my tax loopholes. I look at Pokrovsk and think, why fight? Buy it. I offer to turn it into a resort, Jack's Donetsk getaway, and complete with bulletproof spas. Nobody bit. Plebs wouldn't get it. Let's talk about why this whole war is a bad bet. You got to understand, folks, and this Pokrovsk thing's like a bad business deal. Everybody's invested. Nobody's getting paid. Russia's out here. January to June 2025, trying to encircle Ukraine's troops. They're sneaking around the south, hitting the Dnipro highway, thinking if we cut the supplies, Kiev's done. It's like me blocking my competitors' shipping routes. Except I do it with lawyers, not tanks, and Ukraine. They're fighting like it's their last stand, dropping drones on Russian grunts like it's a video game. Can they escape? Maybe, but it's gonna cost them. Let's dissect this. Russia's been at it since last spring. Inching west from Avdiivka. They've got this salient fancy word for a bulge in the line southeast of Pokrovsk by June. They're in villages like Zelene, Pushin, toward Velika, Novosilka, trying to pinch Kiev's boys in a pocket. The Institute for the Study of War, smart guys, not as rich as me, says Russia's lost 3. Zero soldiers in 2 weeks just for a few fields. 3,000. I don't lose that many staff when I raise the yacht parking fee. Ukraine's not sitting pretty either. There's 68th Jaeger Brigades out there, flying drones, blowing up Russian trucks, but they're outnumbered. One of their guys calls himself Bye-Bye. Told NPR they're hunting Russians like it's open season, but there's too many. Pokrovsk's got 11. Zero civilian left, living in the dark because the grid's toast. Hospitals are gone. Supermarkets are empty. And the mayor's like, evacuate. It's like a zombie movie, but the zombies are Russian conscripts and the heroes are running out of bullets. Here's the dirty truth. Both sides are lying. Russia's meal bloggers, those are their keyboard warriors, are like, we've got them surrounded. Meanwhile, Ukraine's saying, no encirclement. We're fine. Truth is, Russia's not fully around Pokrovsk yet, but they're close. And Ukraine's not fine. They're bleeding. It's like two CEOs fudging their earnings reports while the stock's tanking. And the kicker, Russia's using small groups now, sneaking through fields, because Ukraine's drones are shredding their tanks. Smart. But it's like fixing a broken jet with duct tape from my penthouse. It's clear this is attrition, not strategy. Russia's throwing bodies at the problem, 834. Zero gone, according to Ukraine. That's like me burning $1 billion to buy a rival's lemonade stand. Ukraine's got no men left, dropping the draft age to 25, maybe lower. They tried this cursed stunt last August, invading Russia to pull troops away. But Putin didn't bite. Now, Pokrovsk's in the crosshairs, and Kiev's praying for a miracle. It's simple math. You can't win if you're broke. Let's see what happens when this deal goes bust. All right? Folks, let's talk about what happens when the noose tightens. June 2025. Pokrovsk's a pressure cooker. Russia's got their boots on the ground, pushing southwest, grabbing bits of Velika, Novosilka, trying to lock Kiev's troops in a trap. Ukraine's fighting back, dropping HIMARS and drones, but their lines are creaking. The big question, can Kiev's boys slip out? Maybe, but it's like trying to sneak out of my ex-wife's lawyer's office. Good luck. Here's the twist. Russia's not even storming Pokrovsk head on. They're too smart or too beat up for that. They're skipping the city, going for the highways, like the one in Dnipro. Ukraine's Major Trehubov, sounds like a guy who'd owe me money, told Reuters they're trying to cut supplies, not fight street by street. Smart, because urban combat's a meat grinder. And Russia's already lost enough to fill a small country. But Ukraine's not dumb either. They're hitting Russian squads with drones, keeping them at bay. But their brigades are gassed. The 59th, 68th, 117th. They're dangling in this salient at risk of getting pinched. The reactions are comedy gold. Russia's defense ministry is like, we took Selene. We're unstoppable, bro. Zelen's a dot on the map. And you lost a tank battalion for it. Ukraine's general staffs, we repelled 58 attacks in a day. Yeah. And you're still losing ground. Zelensky's on television saying, Pokrovsk's our fortress, while civilians are bailing on bikes because there's no gas. And the West, they're sending France's 6 billion euros. But it's like giving a Band-Aid to a guy who's been run over. Trump's about to take office, talking peace in a day. But he's probably just tweeting for clout. The naked truth. Nobody's escaping clean. Ukraine's got two choices: pull back and save their guys, or hold Pokrovsk and pray. Pulling back means giving Russia a win. And Zelensky's allergic to that. Holding means losing more men, and they're already scraping the barrel. Russia's no better. They're bleeding for every inch. And their encirclement ain't closed yet. It's like two startups burning cash, hoping the other goes bankrupt first. And the peasants, they're the ones paying 11. Niche left in Pokrovsk. No heat, no hope. Plebs wouldn't get it, but I do. Time to wrap this with a billionaire's wisdom. So let's sum this up. Folks, Russia's trying to bag Pokrovsk like it's a Black Friday deal. Blocking roads, squeezing Kiev's troops. Ukraine swinging back with drones and grit, but they're running on fumes. Can Kiev escape? Maybe, if they pull a Houdini, but it's gonna cost them legs. The whole thing's a mess. Russia's lost 834. Ling, Ukraine's lost cities, and Pokrovsk's a pile of rubble. God bless this mess. It's like watching two idiots bid on a sinking ship. What we learn: war is a bad investment. Russia spent a year crawling 45 kilometers, losing Kamota tanks. Yeah. Zero vehicles, and enough guys to fill my private stadium. Ukraine's got heart, but no men recruitment's a joke, and their fortress is a graveyard. Both sides are chasing clout. Putin wants Donetsk for his ego. Zelensky wants NATO's checkbook. The West drip feeding aid. Trump's promising peace, and the UN's suggesting talks. That's like me negotiating with my third wife's divorce lawyer ain't happening. Here's the deeper truth. This ain't about Pokrovsk. It's about pride. Russia's like, we'll take this cold town or die trying. Ukraine's like, we'll hold it or die trying. Meanwhile, the coal's worthless. The town's trashed. And the only winners are the arms dealers I play golf with. It's simple. Man's pride costs more than money. And everybody's broke. Man, I don't do pride. I do leverage. That's why I'm rich. My billionaire fix. Screw the war. Invest in peace. My kind. I'm launching Jack's war-proof villas. $750 million a pop. Private islands. Missile-proof bunkers. Stocked with champagne and AI butlers. Pokrovsk a problem. Move. Russia. Ukraine. You're both invited if you can afford it. Call it Freedom Havens. My new brand. Solves everything. Because the only real escape is wealth. Look, this war is older than my last prenup. Russia's been at it since 2014. Ukraine's been bleeding since Kiev was called Kiev. Same game, different tech. Pokrovsk's just the latest chip on the table. And both sides are all in with empty wallets. Kiev might slip out. Might not. But the real question is, who cares? The world's moved on. And I'm already booking my next merger. God bless this mess. And God bless my bank account. Billionaire Jack, out.